Jesus bless. So listen to this. I am filming a what's in my street bag. Streets, may I talk like to the shelter type shit. So here, I was just thinking like I was gonna film it a different way, and I was trying to sort because I've since then, by the grace of God, mind you, this is on standby at all times by the grace of God. At the same time, because of my situation, which is not funny, but I'm also like I might drop something in it or whatever. So here's what I had. I even took it out. Passport was in there. See it there. Passport, right? I had these lollipops, and I didn't really have any other food really, so I was like, it's some kind of food, so that was in there. Painkiller, because baby, this is a painful. Imagine having to pack a bag, thinking if you leak like you're never gonna like. That's it, bro. Sitting in the park, waiting for who but you. So, sitting here on the bench with my back against the fence. It wasn't a fence. Wondering if I have any sense now. Yeah. Something tells me, God forbid a fool, let you treat me so cruel. But nevertheless, I say, you gotta me waiting. This is a sanitizer that I made, so I brought that with me. I don't remember who sing that song. I just know it's a really good song, just like this sanitizer is really good, isn't it? It smells so good. It's Divine Lux, okay? Lotion, this is Pretty in Pink, Bath and Body Works, smells really good. I have wipes, this is Cottonelle, this is Kleenex. Like, this is more tissues though. Lysol wipes, because like the Cottonelle ones, those are more for like your body, and then the Lysol, listen, I be spraying myself. However, like if you want to clean a surface, your cell phone, a table, the bench, bro. Hot hands, I took mommy gave Jesus bless my mother, she gave me like a bunch of these because this is winter, okay? So what you do is like you open a pack, and they have little, maybe I can't open, I don't want to waste it though. They have little sachets individually, and they give you 2 for each hand. And the company's cool, they have it for your feet and stuff too, like your toes. And basically you put it in your pocket, you hold it in your hand, and it warms up and it stays long for hours, 10 hours. Me and my mom would be like checking with each other, like the thing is still hot, the thing. And even if we came home from, if we went to church, because like I used to live with her at one point, and I go to church with her and stuff, and you know, she would be like, it's still hot, so you know, we just have it there, and we would like hold, like we would just hold it, you know. Anyways, I have this. It's a mirror, however it has a brush in there, and you know, with my experience with being relocated on the spot, and you can't even comb your hair, they're taking your wig off and shit, bro. This is a sewing at the same time. I'm just saying, at least we have a fucking brush. The mirror, you know, at least we see what we look like. I have another lotion in here. I have mouthwash in here. The devil is a liar because it spill out. Oh, we did have it all along. This is actually from the hospital, because like sometimes you get these things to take care of yourself because you're there that fucking long. Jesus forbid anybody has to be in the hospital for a prolonged period of time. You want people to heal. You want them to go home. It's not a hotel. You understand? If your bill can't pay, it's not for them fault. You know, ask Jesus to provide the health and strength for all of we, and the money, right? If you keep people in a hospital, sometimes they're prone to getting sick. If somebody coughing next door, I've been on a ward where people have all sorts of different illnesses. Even if somebody who have cancer on them, something, and they're close to somebody hacking their lungs out. And I understand that it may not be an infectious disease. I'm just saying, You don't want to necessarily mix things, certain things, because that kind of person can be exposed, and especially if they have cancer, they're immunocompromised. We spoke about that earlier, right? The cancer is taking it is, what a cancer is. It is literally a growth of cells, and it's a mutated. I started talking about it's a mutated cell that gets big until you see it. Now it's a mass, and what it develops a blood supply. So now it's being fed by what is supposed to be feeding the rest of your body. So you're not gonna get that's why we have to ask God for healing, right? Ask him to supply the strength that we can make it there. There's so many people who can fight it, who fought it and have made it through. Hopefully nobody not get it. Anybody who have it now, I hope they're healed by the grace of Jesus. You understand? There's no other way. So, people walking around and they are healed is because Jesus is a healer. I have one bag of liner in here. I had pads and stuff. However, time has passed. I ended up using up my pads. It's not like I just have a bag put on for fun and then I'm willy-nilly going to the store and buying stuff. Like, no, that was literally what I had. So I was thinking what I need to bring. Gloves and things because it's winter, right? So this is like a neck scarf. These are gloves. I also have these. And I'm thinking like a blanket. Maybe I can take a blanket or a pillow. However, that's a whole other bag and it's heavy, and I'm not thinking I'm gonna be able to carry all this stuff around with me if I'm looking to go to a shelter, and I may not even get one, and I may just be on the streets at any given time. Do you understand? So I'm like, and it's not because I'm sitting here paranoid and shit like those people who, whatever apocalypse they think is coming and they're packing their survival kits. I'm not talking about those people that, and I'm not making fun of anybody. It's not like these people who are coming in with their emergency kit, carrying it wherever they go, and they're not the EMS. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like my circumstances are literally was like I need to prepare. I'm still in that situation pretty much. So anyways, I couldn't find my birth certificate. By the grace of Jesus, I found it. So that's something I would bring with me. My TRN, even though I'm not in Jamaica, I was born there. I have family down there. I know a few people. Even if I don't, when I went down there, by the grace of God, he was there with me, and I was moving around and fine. Interacting with people I've never met before or nobody. At the end of the day, I was fine. So I'm like, let me keep that at least. That makes sense to keep that. What else did I have in that bag? I didn't even bring my glasses, really. I think, well, did I have them? Because I don't know. Because I have this one and I have this one. So this one is from Chloe. This one is from Tiffany. And my vision would get blurry when I have I bought them at, this one is from Lens Crafters. This one is from Riverside Eye Center in Ohio. They're really good. So all of them. So even the Ray-Ban Meta one, them want me buy from Best Buy. I'm like thinking to myself, I don't think this is extra weight, because the glasses, when I took the meds from the psych facility, I've worn glasses before, as a child. However, my vision was fine. Like I have a mild astigmatism. Jesus healed me, and so if whatever I've experienced with my eyes, blurry from whatever this, that, the third, I don't have it anymore. So I'm like, maybe I don't need to take it. So I don't remember if I had them in the bag just in case anything pop up, God forbid, or if not. How I got these glasses, my husband bought me the Chloe's. I was even like, I don't really need this one. And he's like, that one is a nice one. It's, the brand is a nice brand. They're cute. So I was like, okay, I'll get them, Really nice. And then the ones from Tiffany, I was with my mom, and like I said, I've been wearing glasses for years. My mom wear glasses too. She was getting glasses, and then I didn't ask her. She got me these glasses. She was like, get the glass. And I'm like, I have the other glasses. And she was just really nice, and she got me. And I mean, she was concerned because I'd literally be sitting and looking at my mother, and it's a blur. She blurry as fuck. Everything is blurry. I'd be like, Mom, you're blurry. You know, like it was, and then I put by the grace of God, like when I went to Riverside Eye Center, I had my eyes tested there, and this is in Ohio, and the machinery, like the tech that they use is really cool, and the doctor is really good. The whole team is really good, and the prescription he gave me, like I was like, wow, like oh my God, like even though I've worn glasses before, like I said, I had a mild astigmatism, so it wasn't something where I really needed glasses in the first for it to make a big difference. You understand? The way how my eyes were blurring up, I was like literally like, wow. So I got these. Like I told you, my mom got me these. They're super cute. Lens Crafters, I saw and it comes with this really cute. I didn't even take it. The same for the Chloe one, I think. Did I take the one out of this? I did. I don't always like to open the cloth that comes out, that comes with it to clean the glasses. And I mean, they are a certain material. Like, it's so pretty, the color, like the champagne color. Yeah, like, it's not necessarily good to use different kind of materials to clean your glasses just in case you scratch the lens, right? So those cloths are a good material, like usually silky, satiny kind of, so that they can clean your glasses. Cute. And you'll be good. You can use like an actual lens cleaner like solution to clean up your glasses, and those usually help really well. I'm putting them in the mix match boxes, pardon me. But yeah, so since we spoke about the Ray-Ban, let me think about what else. Listen, I don't even know if my stethoscope, I don't even think I put my stethoscope in the bag. I was like, what am I gonna do with it? Look, just because if I'm on the streets, it's not like I have, you know, yes, if I brought a pair of scrubs with me or something, I could walk into a hospital with my stethoscope and try to start working. However, like the next day and then the next day and then the next day, if I'm living on the streets, that's where am I gonna keep my stuff? Jesus forbid somebody steals it, because that happens sometimes. People can't keep, and they can't keep the stuff around. If you fall asleep, you're on the blood clot street, right? So anybody pass you, Jesus forbid them thief in your things, them destroy, them messing up your stuff or whatever. So keeping that in mind, the Meta glasses also comes with a cloth to clean them. They're so cool, like how they charge the glasses. Like you put them on, you put them down in there, and then I need to charge the case because the light isn't green. But yeah, it's really cool. So that's a few other stuff. Like my devices, I had them. However, I didn't bring my laptop. You know, when it dies, like if, you know, maybe I could go into somewhere and try to charge it. However, if I'm on the streets, to keep up with that, like an internet connection, and what am I connecting to do? If I'm gonna try to have a job and hustle, I still need resources. So, you know, people need to think of this. If you see people on the street, they need to be helped. You help them. You know, I'm not just saying it for myself. Like, I really see people, judge people asking for money on the streets. You know, you give people money to help them and they're judging. Why are you doing that when that's what God says to do? And it comes back to you when you give. And obviously God is good. He's going to design it that way. So it's like it will encourage you to keep doing it. Just like when you go to the shop and they give you the coupons and they give you the little gift or they give you something on your birthday, so it encourage you to keep fucking shopping there, is the same. Obviously, inspiration ultimately is from Jesus Christ, the Messiah. He's going to encourage you. You're gonna get, there's a reason to give. That don't mean you should just be up in your head thinking, how I'm gonna give, like what I'm gonna get, what I'm gonna give, what I'm gonna have when I give it. You know, here the other day, as I gave the person mine, somebody literally came out the cut and gave me theirs. The exact same thing. Not the exact same thing. I'm saying, like, just like how perfect we have glasses, just like I gave somebody my glasses like this, somebody came out the cut and gave me their glasses like this, bro. Immediately. And is, you know, and I wasn't planning on giving away the glasses. It was just the circumstances, and it was in the, you have to think fast, go to Jesus in your mind quick. Should I do something? Do I do this? I remember one time, I don't know if this is the time to tell this story. I remember one time I was going to a deli. I was looking for the Osmo, bro, because I have the case and I was trying to pack it up and I'm recording on it. Probably because of all these devices. Anyways, point of the matter is, you know, sometimes people looking for something and it's right there. I go to the bodega and I am getting whatever, and this nigga coming there. I saw him outside. He comes inside and he asks me to buy him a sandwich. Either he asks me from outside, so, you know, we're going in there to get the food for him. This nigga, this is another cloth to clean glasses. This nigga. Okay, my glasses, yeah. My glasses are transition lens, and I don't remember if both of them have blue light protection or if none of them do, but I've had glasses with blue light protection before for like the looking at the computer screen and the phone screen for prolonged periods of time. It helps with that. Anyways, so I go, you know, this guy asks for, like, you say a sandwich or something. So I'm like, all right, let's go get the sandwich. We go into the store. This nigga he doesn't go to the man to necessarily, he's walking around. And even if he did go to the man and order the sandwich, now he's walking around to this shelf and that aisle, and he's picking up and he's saying, hey, can I get her this? Can I? So me I look on this man and me I say, how what the bomber clot this ras nigga take this blood clot for? like, and look, I'm not trying to emasculate anybody, you know, and I'm not trying to make anybody. So if I could get it, I get it. So I got him some of the other extra stuff. I stopped him at some point though, because I was like, bro, you don't know people pocket. You don't really know what, you know. The other day, I told you guys, you know, I've told you guys different instances of stuff. So, you know, after that, somebody in the store was like, you know, somebody who worked there was like, he does that all the time. Don't give him anything. He does that all the time. And I was kind of like, I don't know about don't give him anything, because if he's hungry, like, because he told me he had a daughter or something. And it's not about giving anybody anything you're not supposed to give them. I'm talking like if he's hungry, he needs food, you know, if he's lying about his daughter because that's what he thinks he, God forbid, needs to do before calling on Jesus, call on Jesus, my nigga. You know, to just get something to eat. Like, I wouldn't want to know I could help him to get the food and him don't get the food. You understand? If I know he's a trickster, I'm not going to be jumping up to give him anything. At the same time, the Bible just says we're not to curse those even when they curse you. You're to bless people. So, you know, basically I'm saying is God can instruct you on what to do. On, you know, especially where it concerns giving. He's definitely who you should ask. All right, so I think that is it. I had like my purse in there, right? And in my purse, I had my card that never have no money on it. I had my ID enough on it. I think maybe I had like $10 or something cash. And I could barely even get an Omni card, bro, because the machine is talking about they can't give you change less than a certain, more than whatever the fuck. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna done off all the little money woman have just for get on the dang. Just because to have an extra fare on the card, like, and guess where I was gonna be going? A shelter. Cause I went to one and they weren't taking women my age. So I was like, let me go and find another one. So I went, she recommended wherever. So I went. And I'm just thinking, if they're that specific, I get if you have a children's home or something with minors, it wasn't a children's one I was going to do. It was a convent for women. That's what it was advertised as. And them never really have no specifics when me look. I mean, I didn't search too hard because I don't have the, you think I'm just Googling for fucking fun, like, which shelter am I gonna, peruse? The fuck? So she's telling me of this place, and I'm like, where the fuck is that? And she's like, it's on Concourse, girl. And I'm like, Concourse, the fuck? That's not how the conversation exactly went. I'm just saying, like, that's fucking far right now. Like, Grand Concourse, and I have to get on the train or the bus, and like I said, that's a fare. And if I go over there, God forbid, they're full, because sometimes you have time frame. You can't just pop up thinking there's a bed. And even so, like, what happens next? So I have to be trying to think, right? I'm literally trying to strategize, by the grace of Jesus, the streets. So yeah, so that's pretty much the kind of stuff. I had like, I had filled a bottle of water and I forgot it by accident, and I was so annoyed because I didn't even turn back. What did I turn back for? I don't remember. Yeah. So my Bible, I had my Bible with me, of course. And yeah, so that's this video, basically, what's in my streets bag. And I don't think I'm gonna add this to the vlog, so, because it's too long and we already have enough footage, I think. So we'll see how it goes. Love you guys. What was I wearing? I was wearing like my winter coat, and I was wearing, and I think, I don't remember if I brought an extra pair of tights or clothes or something. To be honest, I don't think so, because I'm saying, babes, you're on the street, like, what you think you're carrying, house and land? Because then I might as well turn back for that purse I like. Do you understand what the situation is? Like, there was things I was thinking I was gonna bring. However, when it comes to, by the time I pack this bag, baby, this is Steve Madden, by the way. When I packed this bag, I was like, this is heavy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the next thing. I'm on the street in a Michael Kors jacket with a Steve Madden bag, leopard print. Mind you, I've seen this lady who was on the streets in a fur coat, baby. Cute. I hope she's alright. You understand? I don't know what her situation, if she had that before or if somebody gave her. I'm here, listen, and I put on, that's what I did. I wore layers. I layered the tights so that I would have like multiple, and at the same time I have to be warm. I cannot wear heavy. I can't bring nothing heavy on me necessarily. So that's what I did. And then but tops, and then, because I remember I was hot when I was walking, I was actually getting hot. And it's not because I was thinking, I was concerned. It's because I'm like, literally, because I'm like, Jesus, I'm here. This is what it's looking like. I'm not gonna sit around and just wait for people to open the door and drag me out. I know my situation, so I'm just gonna see if this is it. And Jesus is good. He was out there with me, and he's like, okay, all right, you're walking, you're going, all right, you're there, over there, and all right, it's time to go home now. Don't make me laugh. I'm laughing because Jesus is so good. Because for real, like, I'm currently in the house now, and I don't have to be. is because of Jesus, how good he is and how kind people are because of Jesus. Like, so yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for now. Love you. God first, love always.